Women can't stop desiring older men who master these tricks. You think it's all about looks, but here's the truth. Women are drawn to older men who know. They've figured out what makes a connection unforgettable. And it's not just their age or experience. It's about these underrated tricks they use to keep women craving more. It's subtle, it's strategic, and it will completely change the way you look at attraction. Keep watching because what I'm about to reveal is the game-changer you've been waiting for. Number 1. The art of the slow answer in conversation. The slow answer isn't just about taking your time. It's about showing control, confidence, and depth in every conversation. When you answer quickly, you risk sounding reactive, rushed, or unsure. But when you take a moment to think before speaking, you immediately stand out as someone who's thoughtful and deliberate, not just filling the space with noise. Now here's where many men get it wrong. They believe being silent for too long makes them seem uninterested or aloof. But in reality, it's the opposite. A well-timed pause before responding signals that you're not just giving any answer, you're giving the right one. It's a sign of emotional intelligence. Let's take a practical example. Imagine you're at a business meeting and everyone is throwing out opinions. The younger guys might rush to voice their thoughts, but the seasoned individual who pauses for a second before replying, he's the one everyone listens to. He's in control, and that quiet confidence is magnetic. To master this, start small. In everyday conversations, instead of jumping in right away, let the moment breathe. This small change will not only enhance your conversations, but will elevate how others perceive your presence. Number 2, being the calm anchor in a social storm. In any chaotic social situation, whether at a party or a family gathering, there's always one person who remains composed, while everyone else loses their heads. That person is the calm anchor. Being the calm anchor doesn't mean you're indifferent or detached. It means you bring a sense of stability that others, the power of stoic presence, can rely on. It's the ability to stay grounded when everything around you is fluctuating. Here's where most men go wrong. They try to control the chaos by becoming part of it, getting louder, getting defensive, or just adding to the noise. This only escalates the situation. The true power lies in remaining unshaken, in maintaining emotional control, and in offering a voice of reason without overpowering the moment. Imagine you're at a social gathering where tensions are rising between two people. Instead of picking a side or jumping into the argument, you calmly step in with a grounded voice and suggest a solution that everyone can agree on. In that moment, everyone will naturally gravitate towards you because you exude confidence, maturity, and leadership. To master this, practice deep breathing and mindfulness in tense situations. Being the calm anchor means you've learned to control yourself first, and that control is magnetic. People seek stability, and when you offer it, they'll seek you. Number 3, mastering the approving glance over the obvious compliment. In a world where compliments are often thrown around carelessly, the approving glance stands, a subtle yet powerful tool of connection. Instead of blurted words like, "You look amazing," or "That's a great outfit," the approving glance speaks volumes without saying a word. It's the ability to convey admiration and respect through a simple, meaningful look that leaves a lasting impact. Here's where most men go wrong. They overuse obvious compliments, thinking that flattery is the way to win attention. While compliments can be nice, they often come off as superficial or expected. The approving glance, however, signals a deeper level of appreciation, one that doesn't rely on words to be understood. Imagine this scenario. You're at a dinner with someone, and rather than saying you're gorgeous, you catch her eye, hold her gaze for a moment, and let the subtlety of the looks say what words can't. That instant connection, that silent acknowledgement, speaks louder than anything you could say. It's a moment of genuine recognition, something that makes the other person feel seen and valued. To master this, practice being more present. Silent confidence and body language in your interactions. When you feel the urge to compliment, instead pause, lock eyes, and let your approval shine through the glance. This subtle yet powerful gesture will create a connection that's far more meaningful than any obvious words. Number 4, having a default plan that is always interesting and low pressure. The default plan is your go-to strategy for any situation. A plan that's intriguing enough to spark interest, but relaxed enough to not put any pressure on the people involved. It's not about rigid itineraries or extravagant gestures. It's about having a set of adaptable, exciting options that make any experience feel effortless and fun. Whether it's a date, a weekend with friends, or a casual outing, your default plan should offer variety while keeping things low-key and easygoing. Where most men go wrong is by defaulting to the overused cliché options. Dinner in a movie or the same old hangout spots. It becomes predictable, and that's when the excitement starts to fade. The trick is to keep things interesting without making it feel like a big deal. For example, instead of a standard dinner date, suggest a spontaneous trip to a nearby art exhibit, followed by grabbing coffee at a hidden gem cafe. It's unexpected, it's fresh, and it shows you've put into the experience without making anyone feel obligated or stressed. The beauty of the default plan is that it relieves the pressure of having to come up with something new every time, but still keeps things exciting. You never have to worry about scrambling for ideas or last-minute decisions. The key is simplicity with an element of surprise. To implement this, make a list of a few go-to activities that are easy to execute but have an element of uniqueness. Keep them in your back pocket, ready to pull out when needed, and watch how this effortless yet interesting approach keeps your interactions fresh and engaging. Number 5, the ability to make her feel both safe and excitingly unpredictable. The ability to make someone feel both secure and thrillingly unpredictable is the hallmark of a truly magnetic presence. It's about creating a sense of safety and trust, while also adding an element of surprise that keeps their relationship dynamic and exciting. This delicate balance makes you not just a reliable figure, but someone who can captivate and intrigue at the same time. Where many men go wrong is by swinging too far in one direction, either being overly predictable and safe, which can become boring, or being too spontaneous and unpredictable, which can feel unsettling. It's the balance between these two extremes that creates the perfect energy. For instance, imagine your own a date. You start by engaging in deep, meaningful conversation, showing empathy and understanding, which builds trust and a sense of emotional security. Then, just as the evening begins to settle into routine, you throw in a surprise, an unexpected yet thoughtful gesture, like an impromptu visit to a quirky new spot you know she'll enjoy. The sudden shift in pace keeps things emotional control is magnetic, exciting, but doesn't feel jarring. This mix of stability and excitement can be felt in every interaction. You don't want to be predictable in the sense of always following the same script, but you also don't want to throw someone off completely with uncertainty. The art lies in offering a solid base of trust, then knowing when to mix things up just enough to make her feel thrilled. To achieve this, start by understanding what makes her feel safe and secure. Then introduce small surprises or changes that keep her on her toes without overwhelming her. This blend of stability and surprise is what keeps her coming back for more. Bonus point, master your energy and you master attraction. Energy is the unspoken force that influences everything around you. Your presence, how people perceive you, and how they respond to you. Whether you walk into a room, engage in a conversation, or simply exist in space, your energy speaks louder than words. The secret? Master your energy, and you control the attraction. Where most men go wrong is by either overcompensating with too much energy, being overly loud or frantic, or on the flip side, having too little, coming off as flat or disengaged. The key is balance. When you're in control of your energy, you don't have to do much to attract attention. People naturally gravitate toward calm, confidence, and that's the energy you need to harness. Imagine this. You are at a social gathering. One person enters commanding the space without saying a word. His calm, composed energy is magnetic. Another enters trying too hard to be the center of attention, making the whole room uncomfortable. The first person is likely to be the one people remember. To master your energy, practice mindfulness and emotional awareness. Pay attention to how you feel in different environments and how you influence the mood around you. Adjust your energy to match the situation. You don't need to be the loudest person in the room, but you should be the most grounded and confident. That's what makes your presence unforgettable. This level of emotional control not only attracts people, but also enhances your relationships, your career, and your overall life. When you own your energy, everything else falls into place. Now, before you go, make sure to check the description below for links to any items or resources we mentioned today. If you've made it this far, drop a comment with a simple word like mastery or tricks to show us you're one of the real ones who stuck around until the end. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit from this valuable content. We appreciate you being here. Thanks again for watching. There's another recommended video waiting for use.